Hey everyone, we're on to our final lesson, 8.4b, multiplying special cases part 2, really. And this is called the product of a sum and a difference. Our objective is to recognize and then multiply this out. And this is, again, a special case. It's a shortcut. All right, that's all this is. So if you do not recognize that it is one of these special cases, it's no big deal. You can still use distributive property. You can still FOIL it, or you could use the area model. I'll show you kind of how. But if you can recognize it, like, oh my gosh, that's one of those special cases, I just can do that and I'm done. Okay. So this is the wording of it. The product of a sum and difference of the same two terms is just going to be the difference of their squares. Now, what that means, it would look like this: a plus b and a minus b. The same two terms, a and b, a and b. One of them is adding, one of them is subtracting. Instead of thinking of adding and subtracting, I know that's what I just said, and that's what we see. Think of both of them are positive. I'm sorry, two of the terms are positive, and the other term, one is positive, one is negative. Okay. Now, what that will equal will be the difference of their squares. Now, what that will look like here would be, I take their squares, a and b, a squared, b squared, and I put a subtraction sign between them. If you recognize you have a plus b, a minus b, it'll simply be a squared minus b squared. Now, the reason this works, I'll show you why. If I were to do a real quick area model, this is what you don't have to do, but I'll show you why it works. All right, that's supposed to be an a. This top piece would be a squared. Top right would be a times b. Oh, I'm sorry, this is supposed to be a negative b. I'm sorry for the minus b. Bottom left would be negative ab, and the bottom right would be b squared. And if you look here diagonally, this AB and this negative AB, they're like terms. One is positive, one is negative. They cancel out. All I'm left with is, I messed this up again. My apologies. B times B is B squared, but this is a negative B, so this has to be negative B squared. So these two terms do cancel out, and we're simply left with A squared minus B squared. That's the shortcut here, okay? So if I have x plus 4 times x minus 4, x is both first, 4 is both second, 1 is minus, 1 is plus. I'm just going to get x squared minus 16. That's what it's going to be, because the reason this 4 and that x makes 4x, this x and that negative 4 make negative 4x. Off to the side, 4x minus 4x cancels out, so we're just left with this. That's it. All right. Two quick examples for you to try. X plus 9, x minus 9. What's the answer going to be? Hopefully you got that. What about 3c minus 4 and 3c plus 4? Again, product of a sum and a difference. What you going to get? Hopefully you got that. Now, one little extension here. All right. What if the first term is negative and this first term, the other one's positive? That like throws you off, but both of these are positive. Is this still the product of a sum and a difference? It is, because I could just switch the order. I could make this y minus z and y plus z, right? So it is. This is still a product of a sum and a difference. All right. And what I would get would be just negative z squared plus y squared. Like, that's still it. All right, just in case the first term's negative. Again, a little bit of an extension there. And that's it. That's all. Get your work done. Do your mastery check. Finalize this unit. Great job.